Okay, so I've just arrived in Amsterdam. It is wet outside, it is cold, but all is good in the world because I have Dutch McDonald's. Let's give it a try. Here we go. Oh. 6 McNuggets right there. And I've got my barbecue sauce. There we go. Cheers. Barbecue sauce I think is sweeter than the one in London. This is nicer than in the UK. Top tier. Delicious. Right, just gotten off the metro and arrived at a place called Weesperplein. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm probably going to butcher all these Dutch words, but I'm in Weesperplein. Hotel's about 10 minutes away, so we're going to walk down and get to the hotel. Finally inside, in the lift. Finally made it to the hotel at last. I think this is a pretty good hotel room. Pretty clean, smells really nice. So for the most part I am unpacked, as you can see, stuff is on my bed. Got the TV on CNN, which is just the best. And now I'm going to head out to the Van Gogh Museum. I've got 20 minutes to get there, but luckily the metro should get me there in around 15. I cannot wait. Let's do this. That guy was talented. Those were some absolutely awesome portraits that he did. I mean, the sunflower one is legendary, but there are some other really, really incredible portraits that he did. Now I am absolutely starving. It's coming up to 6 o'clock. So I am heading to Foodhallen, which I was recommended to go to, and apparently it's really good. So I'm gonna head there, gonna get the tram, see what it's all about. So, day one in the beautiful city of Amsterdam, all done and dusted, and wow, isn't it just a beautiful city? It is absolutely gorgeous. Even though it was tipping it down with rain the whole day, I still had the best time. Let's start at the very beginning with the journey getting here, because I opted to get the Eurostar in from London St Pancras International Station. It was 4 hours in total, although to be quite honest with you, it didn't feel like 4 hours at all. It was absolutely elite. I imagine that was partly due to the fact I was travelling in standard Premier class, which is pretty much the same as business Premier, just that you get a cold meal instead of a hot meal. Apart from that, it's the same carriage, so I think it was absolutely worth paying a little bit extra. And it was just the best. The trains were super modern, incredibly fast. The staff on board were absolutely incredible, so helpful. And I must also say they smelled incredibly nice too. Like every time they walked past, it was like, woo! You all smell really good. It was a really, really comfortable journey, very smooth. At times, it actually did feel like I was flying. Then when I got off the train, unfortunately, the weather wasn't so good. It's been raining all day. It's been absolutely freezing cold. But I will say this, it hasn't tempered my experience of the city. I think Amsterdam is absolutely beautiful. The public transport though here in Amsterdam, really, really good. So I've been able to get a 48-hour ticket with GVB, who is the public transportation system operator here in Amsterdam, one of the operators, and I've got my ticket. So I've been using the trams and the metro all day, and I'll continue using it over the next couple of days, and I think it's really, really efficient, very fast, very clean, simple to use with Google Maps. Can't complain. Got to the hotel, checked in, put all my stuff down, then it was back out to head to the Van Gogh Museum, which was really, really cool. Some of these portraits, when you see them in person, they hit different. Like the sunflower portrait, everyone's seen pictures of it, but seeing it in person, it's something else. The style of contrast with the paint strokes and things like that. Just come and visit, right? Go to Amsterdam, visit the museum, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's really cool. And then once that was over, it was dinner time, and I decided to head to the Food Hallen, which is a collection of all different types of food places, all under one roof. You've got all the seating in the middle. You can just go grab whatever you want, have a seat. You can get drinks as well. It was amazing. I had this burger from a place called The Butcher, which was really, really good. It was juicy. The chips were amazing. And then afterwards, I went and got myself a beer, which had to be a Desperados because I am Mr. Desperados. So yeah, day one in Amsterdam, can't complain. It's been amazing to be here, even with the rain. I've loved every second of it, and I'm only just getting started. Tuesday's gonna be lit. I think it's gonna be a great day, but right now, I'm gonna get some shut-eye because I'm exhausted. It's almost 10 o'clock here, and it's been a long day. So yeah, I'm gonna end this clip here, and I will see you in the morning.
The next day.
Right. Good morning. It is just gone 7 a.m. here in Amsterdam, day 2 of my trip, and this is probably the most important day because it is photo shoot day. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is going to be my 3rd photo shoot. Really looking forward to it. It looks like the rain is going to clear. We're going to have cloudy conditions, which is fine. As long as it's not raining, as long as I'm not wet, I think that's going to be the most important thing. And hopefully it's not too cold, although based on yesterday, I think we're going to be in for another freezing day. But I'm hoping I'm going to be able to wear my green jumper, which I've brought specifically for this shoot. So fingers crossed that all goes well. And then once all that is done, it will be time to head to the Rijksmuseum and time to head to Anne Frank's house. So 2 very exciting things coming up after the photo shoot, and then come the evening we will go wherever the city takes us. This is the fit that I'm planning on wearing. So on the left I've got myself some blue chinos, which are very comfortable and I think look really sleek, and on the right I've got myself a green polo neck, which I only bought a few weeks ago, and of course it's got the little orange emblem, the Dutch colours and all that, which I think looks so good. It's like a really nice touch, and so I'm hoping to be able to just wear the jumper on its own without have a coat on top. Hopefully the weather gets a bit warmer. If not though, I can always wear my overcoat. All freshened up, breakfast has been eaten, so now it is time to head out for the photo shoot. Oh, but first I need to get changed. Right, let's go. I am very pleased to report that this morning it is not raining here in Amsterdam. It is cloudy, but it's not raining and it's not even that cold. And it's a beautiful day. Come on. This city is beautiful. Look at it. How can you not love it? talent. Got myself a chicken burrito right here. Let's give it a try. That's so good. Look at that. It's early evening now, and I found what appears to be the most relaxing and quietest part of Amsterdam. It is just so beautiful here as the sun begins to set. I've had the most jam-packed day. Started off with the photo shoot this morning, which I think went really well, and I can't wait to see the photos that come out of it. Then went over to the Rijksmuseum. Can I just say, Rembrandt's paintings, out of this world. Just incredible. There was a tapestry there, which was just ginormous. How do these things even get made? Like, these are some really, really clever people that made these tapestries and made these portraits in the past. Truly inspirational. And I'm not a naturally arty person, you know, I'm not usually into things like that, but man, being in these museums has really changed my perspective on these things and how you see art and how you appreciate art, and actually the stories behind some of the art at the Rijksmuseum. If you do the multimedia tour, they're really interesting. Like, I would say either go to the Rijksmuseum or the Van Gogh Museum. I'd say definitely do the audio-visual tour whilst you're going around, because it really does make such a difference. And you're actually hearing the stories when you're seeing them. It sort of almost brings the portraits to life even more than they already are in their original form. And then I went to the Anne Frank Museum, which was just as somber, if not more somber than I thought it would be. We weren't allowed to take any photos or video there. But frankly, it's one of those things where you really just have to be in the moment to fully understand and soak in the gravity of what you're witnessing. You know, a lot of the structures there, a lot of the things there are original. So you have the original items in the bookcase that was hiding the annex. You have the original kitchen, the original bathroom. Quite just extraordinary seeing it as it was 80 years ago when Anne Frank and her family were in hiding. It's one of those things, you just have to see it in person. Just to have the weight of history on your shoulders for that hour while you're going around, nothing comes close. Honestly, you read about Anne Frank, you learn about Anne Frank in school, but being there at the house, it's just extraordinary. Something where you really do have to see it with your own eyes to fully appreciate what happened. But honestly, what a great city this is. It has certainly lived up to its expectations, and frankly, in many ways, it's probably exceeded them too. One thing I do have to comment on though is the bikes. Now, I know that Amsterdam is the city of bikes. I've heard it all my life. If you want to go cycling, the best place to cycle is in Amsterdam. But my gosh, they are everywhere. They are literally everywhere. You cannot go more than a minute without seeing someone on a bike. And it's crazy just how integrated the cycle lanes are into the city. You can tell this city was really built from the ground up to be cycle friendly. I think for me, the challenge is that as a Londoner, not only am I having to contend with traffic being on the other side of the road, but also having all these cyclists come at you from all these different directions. You know, you think you're going to cross the road, but then there's a cycle lane there, so you have to look for the cycle lane, then look for the cars. It's just crazy, but I think it's so cool how cycling has been integrated into the road network. It's mad because the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, has tried so many times to make London a more cycle-friendly city. Problem is, you have all these cycle superhighways, all these cycle lanes, but they're half-hearted. They only go up halfway up a street, then it stops and you have to merge back in with traffic. So it's just a whole mess. Whereas here, the cycle lanes go literally the whole length of every single street. Every single street you have the main road and the equivalent length of a cycle lane, and that is why it's so effective. They don't even wear helmets here. It's like, in London I would never even dream of going on a bike without a helmet. Here they're just, you know, they're just chill, they're relaxed. They're not even wearing helmets. It's just, you know, they do things so much better here. Most of the things that they do in Amsterdam are better than in London, and I love London, I've lived there all my life, but, you know, this really is the place to be. You know, everyone here is super smart, everyone here speaks English, Everyone here is kind and friendly, or most people are anyway. What's not to love about Amsterdam? It's Wednesday, it's my last day in Amsterdam, and I am getting ready to head back home this afternoon. Still a few more things I need to do though before I catch the train home. So first of all, my room is an absolute mess, so I need to tidy up. After that, I'm then going to head to Vondel Park and explore and see what's happening there. Hopefully it stops raining, which I think it has, so fingers crossed it stays that way. Then after that, I'm going to grab some lunch, and then I'm going to head to the canal tour, which I am so excited about. This is going to be the perfect way to cap off my time in Amsterdam. And as soon as that finishes, I'm going to get the tram back to the hotel, pick up my bags, and then get back on the same tram in the other direction to head to the station, and then get my train home to London. So it's very, very exciting. All right, as you can see, I am all packed up. My suitcase is ready, and there's my jacket. So let me give you a very quick tour of the room. In fact, we'll start with the bathroom right here. It is absolutely gorgeous. There is the shower, looking absolutely elite. There is the sink, toilet is there, hairdryer and towels. So really nice bathroom. We've got the TV right there. We then come over, little table area, got my brolly over there, kettle, some cups, a few bits and bobs there. There's the chair. Here is the view. It is just gorgeous. Look at that. Still wet outside, but it's okay. People going about their day here in Amsterdam. Radiators there. This is the wardrobe, which is actually quite big and nice. Spare pillow up there. There's a safe down there. We've got a chair over here. There's my rucksack. We've got table over there, lamp, and the bed, which I have to say is very, very comfortable. Really nice bed, nice pillows. We've got another table here, another lamp, and there's the remote for the TV and a phone. It's a little bit drizzly, but I have to say the views are still absolutely incredible. And again, I have to remark on the cycling point, there are bikes strolling through here all the time. They are everywhere, and they just, do their own thing. This city really is made for bikes. And I was just thinking as I'm walking through now, again, this wouldn't work in London. Just wouldn't happen because, in London, the bikes are all in the roads. Here in Amsterdam, they are segregated, right? It's just us and the bikes here. That's it. There's no cars, no nothing. On the roads, all the cycle lanes are segregated. No chance of coming into contact. I really wish I had the chance to cycle while I was here. I haven't been able to, sadly. I think on the return trip, it's one of the first things I'm actually going to do. Get on my bike and cycle around the city because it's just the best. Alright, I'm now just minutes away from the final stop on my trip to Amsterdam, which is the canal tour. I'm somewhere in the middle of the sea, don't know where this is, but I am about to head onto the canal. just wrapped up the canal boat trip with Justin, our tour guide. It was absolutely amazing. You've lived here how long now?
5 years.
5 years. And you actually live on a boat, don't you, yourself?
I live on a boat, yeah. I live on a pirate ship.
The perfect guy to give us the canal tour. How can people find your boat trips? Where do people go?
So you look for Amsterdam boat trips.
There we are.
And you can go through Airbnb and book with us there.
Yeah, I went through Airbnb.
Yeah,
Airbnb's perfect.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to do it.
I'll leave the details in the description, but thank you so much,
It's been
Justin.
a pleasure, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So, I didn't get to record a proper outro at Amsterdam Centraal, so instead I'll talk you through the final part of my trip in voiceover. Now, security only took 20 minutes to get through, followed by another half hour or so of waiting in the lounge area before it was time to head out of the terminal building and onto the platform to board the train. Once we got on board, I got into my seat and settled down, and soon after that we were pulling out of the station for the return trip to London. Now, I was sat in standard premiere once again, and just after departure we were served with light refreshments. I'm not usually a dark chocolate fan, but this one was infused with espresso flavour, and that for me sealed the deal. This was one of the nicest chocolate bars I have ever eaten in my life, hands down. Once we passed through Rotterdam and then Brussels a couple of hours later, it was time for the main dinner service, which was an absolutely delicious celeriac salad with mushroom coated chicken, just the best, alongside a nice bread roll and a slice of walnut cake. A couple of hours later and we were making our way into London. By this point it was well into the evening and pitch black outside. Here's a look around the carriage and the seats, which were very, very wide. This was my seat, a solo seat, which was elite. I had all that space to myself. But then it was sadly time to get off the train at St Pancras International and make my way home. And that marked the end of my trip to Amsterdam. I hope you enjoyed watching this film as much as I enjoyed creating it. Amsterdam is an absolutely beautiful city, and while it may have been my first time visiting, it most certainly won't be the last time.